sat down and wondered how much trash you go through yearly, weekly, monthly? Now think about the amount of trash that the United States population goes through yearly. Well, hopefully we are on the same page because it is a lot. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency in 2018 reported that 292.4 million tons of waste were collected, and less than half of that was recycled or composted. The amount of waste in human produce is an important issue because it impacts the environment, the economy, the ecosystem, livelihoods, human health, and the planet in general. As a consumer economy, we are going to buy, and buy. Throw away things as quickly as we buy them. And the amount of waste that is produced is a very big and important issue. However, it is not realistic to think that the United States population will just stop producing waste. What is realistic is individuals taking part in the act of reducing waste. We can reduce the waste in various ways, but the biggest action would be by recycling. Recycling is not a hard process. Everyone can put a part in it, and it will have a big impact on the environment. Do you ever just sit and wonder, how can waste affect us in our livelihoods or our environment or even our futures? Or why we need to reduce the waste and what recycling is and how it is beneficial? Waste is harmful to the environment, and recycling can help reduce these harmful factors as well as helping save natural resources. Recycling is the action of converting waste into the usable items and materials, or it helps reduce the carbon footprint that us humans leave behind on this Earth's environment. It helps extend the life expectancy of our planet Earth. Recycling reduces the need for natural resources such as wood. Recycling is also important because it helps us reduce the need for natural resources such as wood, water, minerals, fossil fuels, and so on. Resources are finite and depleted, and natural resources are necessary for human life. So we should take all the action that we can to prevent this from happening. And to obtain the natural resources, one must drill, mine, and log to extract and manufacture these fresh resources. These actions are harmful to the environment because it causes pollution, environmental degradation, and direct damage. Recycling waste is also helps save and reduce energy. The amount of energy it takes to make a new material or product is substantially higher than the energy it takes to convert the waste into recycled reusable items. Recycling helps reduce the need for incineration as well as the need for landfills. The trash in the landfills sit there for years and decompose. And during that process, the waste will leak and contaminate the soil and water supply in the area. The contamination process leads to water and soil pollution, and contaminated water and soil are not meant to be ingested, which leads because it contains hazardous chemicals and toxins. According to the article, recycling, if we reduce the need for landfills, it will result in reduced carbon dioxide and methane emission, which are the two gases that are heavily contributors to the global warming crisis. So the ways in which waste is disposed, it can be harmful to the environment and cause health complications in humans and as well as animals. As I stated above, high levels of waste have several issues that impact our health, economy, and environment. It is never too late to try to reduce waste. to try to reuse waste or try to recycle waste. For example, reusing items is important because it helps cut down items and natural resources we consume and the waste we generate, like reusable grocery bags or reusable bottles. It is important to cut down on the use of plastic because plastic takes so much longer to decompose than it does waste. Most plastic is discarded in landfills and oceans, resulting in it turning into microplastic that seeps into our soil and water, making according to the Nature Controversy, we should purchase products that are able to be recycled as well as we should also implement recycling procedures into our own home. Multi-stream recycling could also make changes. Multi-stream recycling is when recyclable items are separated in 2 or more bins by materials. Lastly, curbside recycling, where recycled items are picked up by waste management and sorted at the facilities. Although I believe that the amount of waste produced is a very big and important issue that needs to be focused on, not many people feel the same way. On the other hand, there are individuals who do not support the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. According to the article, Time to Dump Recycling, waste is not cost effective at all, and it provides literally no real protection for the environment. It's more expensive than landfilling, requiring more trucks, fuels, and sorting facilities, which contribute to the environmental pollution and the supply of recycled materials that has grown quickly in the comparison to the capacity they are able to convert. There are also many doubts about global warming climate change. There are some that believe human actions are not the cause of temperatures rising, or the Earth's temperature just fluctuates due to that being natural cycle in order. We have some that believe that the temperatures are not rising at all, or believe that the global warming will not affect human life. Some are comfortable with the belief that life will find a way. So, how do you see the world in about 50, 100, or 1,000 years? What we do now will impact our future and our future planet. If we stop engaging in waste reduction, the environment, public health, and our planet would deteriorate. Landfills will increase, and garbage would pile up. There would be destruction of natural habitats and an emission of massive amounts of greenhouse gases. However, if we continue to engage in actions that aid in waste reduction and we expect less usage of our natural resources, lower carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions, there will be a decline in global warming. Lower risk, as well as lower risk incidents and less trash in landfills. There are a number of actions everyone can take to reduce the amount of waste they generate. The 4 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, and rethink. Reduce the amount of waste you generate. You can do this by buying products with recyclable materials or just being mindful of what you purchase. Reuse what you can. Buy items that are reusable and can be used for long periods of time. Try to avoid materials that are single use. Also, try to make it a habit to recycle recyclable materials such as wood, paper, aluminum, glass, and plastic. Encouraging others to participate in the steps above and providing information on why these steps are helpful. Overall, the United States is going through a waste crisis that must be handled efficiently. It takes effort from everyone to contribute to this looming crisis. Our Earth and environment's future is completely on us and how we plan to move forward. Become aware of the waste production. Become aware of the waste production and the dangers of it and ways it can reduce it. And then spread this awareness with others. Actively take time to participate in actions that will reduce waste. It will be a big action such as a beach cleanup or a smaller action such as buying reusable straws. But either way, you are contributing waste reduction. So let's get to it. I'm done. Don't even care. I'm about to go home. I'm tired.
You keep going?
No, I'm done.
Oh, that's it?
What?
You gotta go stop it.
Oh, yeah, I am. Sorry. I got other homework to do. I'm just tired of this class. Like, if I don't get that, I'll just bring it back.
You tired of the class?
I was trying to listen to you. I was trying.
Yeah, I better start recycling, so I don't know.
That's what I do in class too. I listen to my teachers, then somehow 5 minutes later I'm zoning out and talking about something else.
No, doing something else.
That's how I be too.
Tell your paper right here, is this it?
Same thing, just read it.
Over it.